How is it looking at illness, under the microscope, shaped the way you look at society at large, and especially women?
I think that's a very important question, Mawa. It's not, this intersection of gender, medicine, and health. It's on my mind. It does not go away. It's like completely seeped into my system now. So as you said, one, there's social inequity. When you're talking, let's talk about tuberculosis. I mean, pollution is a different thing, but we'll come to that. So the one, there is social inequity. You're already talking about a disease which is more common in the marginalized, and then among
Yes.
the marginalized, we all know that women are more disadvantaged. So
Absolutely.
how does, so now this is just the theory behind it, but how does the practical part pan out? The practical part pans out just the way you said. Women will be brought later. Young women will almost never be brought to the hospital because it will affect their chances of being married, and hence they will get treatment late and they will suffer from more complications. And I'm not saying this from the out of, I'm not pulling this out of my hat. There is data. All this is documented things which need to come out into the world. And I'll give you one more example. For example, the government has a system wherein every patient of tuberculosis is given financial aid. I don't remember the amount. It's either 500 or 1,000 rupees a month. The idea is to get them a better diet, and this is linked to their bank accounts. Now, this is fact one. Fact two is the percentage of women having bank accounts in India is much lower than the percentage of men. So, who gets that benefit? You're understanding? On her behalf, it will go to someone in her family if she does not have the bank account. Then, how much or how little agency does she have? Does that money actually benefit her? And there are people doing studies on this. Again, but this is my thought. Like you said, how has this affected me? So now I think from that perspective. And then I read, like I said, now there are actually studies going on in the field about this, about how much benefits are received or not received basis the gender. So gender affects every single thing when
Yes.
it comes to health. Gender affects our biology. First of all, of course, some diseases like autoimmune are more common in women. Then gender affects how a disease looks like. And gender affects how you access treatment. Do you have facilities for treatment? Can you avail treatment? There are the percentage of women medical insurance beneficiaries is much lower than men. So how will that healthcare be equitable? You can open a hospital and offer treatment to both. But if the woman cannot reach there on her own,
Yeah, as a senior pathologist, you teach and mentor young doctors. So what are the biggest mindset changes that you hope that the next generation of healthcare professionals will embrace?
so I overall, this again maybe slightly lots of people keep saying we have no, I mean the current generation, blah blah blah. So I actually think they're doing very well.
Yeah, me too.
Honestly, given
Yeah.
given their own set of circumstances, I find them very committed to things they believe in. The one thing that I would really like to see them embrace is to have the concentration span, to have the tenacity to continue whatever they take up, because they have a lot of energy, they have a lot of information, they're very well positioned to do a lot of things, to bring about a lot of change. But at the same time, it's the age and the times that they live in. Sometimes they take up projects which are, the passion projects have to go and become the pet projects. I'm very positive with the new generation.